Hello and welcome back to another little section that we've got here. So what we're going to do is I wanted to look at opacity and I want to look at scaling. There's going to be a little bit more of a relaxed version, I guess, on this one. Let's just do Korea. And we go like 300, well, 700, I guess. And that's too big. Let's actually do 500. Just so we can actually fit the stuff in and we can actually, that's still too big. Let's go 400. Text. Okay. So, yeah, so we can do like that. If we press Control, we can actually see the snapping, which is kind of cool. Trying to think, like, if we're doing scaling, I guess to show scaling, we could do it like at the middle here. I wonder if I can. All right, let's just move the box to something like that. I just want to see. Yeah, see, that looks better now. Okay, and you just press Control to do that. So do Control. Perfect. Okay. So let's think about. And once we do this, we centered, and I think that's fine. I do think like I know you can center within the box. I'm not sure like align vertical center. Will that do it? There we go. So we centered our text in the middle of the stage, and now we want to do it. And now I'm going to change my mind, and we're going to do it at the bottom of the stage. Now, let's just put it on the middle of the stage because it's just easier to make a video when you're working within the middle of the stage, right? All right. So I want to talk about quite a few different things. So we've got our text. We're going to need, why is there two T's in the text? Oh, yeah. Not anymore, there's not. Okay, we also want to do a shape. So we'll do a shape, another rectangle I think would be good. And we'll do a rectangle which is larger than this. Rectangle always make a similar sort of shape. For now, I'm just going to put the rectangle over here. I'm obviously going to want the text on top. So what did I say I was going to talk about? I said I was going to talk about opacity and scale. So let's think about what we might want to do. So say we wanted the text to be invisible, and then this guy. So okay, let's try putting the box coming in from the top, from the bottom. Let's have a look. So we can hold Control, get it. We can actually go all the way down. We're going to pin it to the bottom there. So I think it should be excluded. I think that's like an interesting one. Okay, so we've got our shape. We'll call this a grey rectangle. Let's have a look at what we got in the grey rectangle, shall we? So you can see we actually got the path as well, which is kind of interesting. So if we get rid of appearance, we can change the position. We can also change the path. So we've already done like, so in general, like I think the best way to do it is, what I'm going to do, I think, is it's going to end up here, right? It's going to end up about here. Let's just get it perfect, right? At this point, we may as well just do it perfect if we can use the guides like that. So that's where it's going to end up, the rectangle, and we want to do like a few different things to get to that stage. So say we're going to get to 4 seconds. This is where the rectangle will end up. So I guess we could do the position of the rectangle is there at this stage. And then if we click on the rectangle, we'll actually be able to access the... Yeah. What we could do here is we could do the path of the rectangle, like at 2 seconds. So we select the rectangle. So let's have a look, see what happens if we just change the path to like that. What is going to happen there? No. I think you do need to have both of them, right? What happened there? Okay, that's good. So actually, I don't really want this. Yeah, I think the way to do it is not to do the position first. Yeah, so what we could do is then we could then do the position here. And then we could make sure, did not mean to do that. And then I could just select it. It is super tiny at this point. There we go. Could move it. Didn't mean to do that. Let me just put it back. Just want to make sure. I'm going to move it all the way down to here. So that should be a position there. Okay, so it's still extending like that. So I guess what we need to do then just get right in there if I can. So would that work better? That seems to work better, right? I'm not sure we need to have all of those keyframes like that. Because then what I was thinking is then afterwards, I don't even know how much room we've got left at this point. Can I just... not much room actually, so we might want to make this a little bit faster. I think I might be able to select these two and I can just... Yeah, I can drag those back. Let's try that. And we'll drag this back, just because we haven't really got that much. Obviously I could have changed the length of time, but you want it to be quite fast anyway. So at this point, I want the opacity of the text to be different. I want it to be 0 here, right? And then we'll go up to about here, and here the opacity becomes 100. So let's have a little look at what happens now. It's pretty good. The only problem that actually went wrong here is I mean I could just move the text a little bit higher in the box at like the final one, right? So if I hold down Control here, so that should be perfect, right? I think so. No, it doesn't look perfect though. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good, right? So yeah, I think I've actually covered. I think I've somehow, in a convoluted way, actually covered all the things I wanted to talk about, which was what scale. Did we do scale? No, I haven't done scale yet, have I? Yeah, no, I did opacity. We've done movement. We've done the path of the shape, but we haven't actually done scale yet. So let's do that. So that's happening in the text, right? At this point. So what we could do is just make sure we've got our. There we go. So here we could do a scale of 0, and then here we could do a scale of 100. Not that big. Let's just type it in. Did I not put it on the scale? It should have been in there. For some reason, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't make the keyframe in the scale. That's sorry. I don't know what I was doing there. What did I actually do there? Let me just check this. Everything's okay. It looks the same. I don't think I did anything. I just forgot to. I forgot to click this button. All right, let's go here. We're going to make the scale here 0, and then we're going to go to. Where did the other one go? Well, that actually, I think that will work without having the thing open, right? Let me just check. There you go. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, so that is like a way to get like a little. I still don't think like that everything is centered properly though. So let's go back and see if we can center it, even after we've done like a bunch of stuff like this, right? So you can sort of see the general, the overview of what's happened there. I think maybe, like, is the text centered? I mean, can I? Is there possible? Is it possible to actually select the whole grid here? Once you press center here, probably not. Yeah, that's all right. But you see now the text is centered. The grey box is actually not centered. I wonder why that is. Well, it does kind of look centered. It does kind of look centered actually. Oh, that's weird. Do you notice the grey box is actually going down at the end? Oh, you know why? It's because I centered it only at, when I centered it, I only centered it at like one place. So really, I should have been a bit more careful with the center. I was curious to see like how that would have worked. So I'm just thinking like it goes up, up, and you see it goes down there. It's because at this spot here. So really, what you need to do then is at this spot things should be centered. So if I do horizontal center here, I'm kind of surprised that didn't actually work. Interesting. I really should have just centered it properly the first time. It does seem to go. It does overshoot, right? And see, none of these keyframes, I think I've got access to the other stuff. I don't think. Hmm. Yeah, it's because of the path is wrong. I wonder. Let me just see if I can fix it. So wait, at this point, is it correct? Yeah, at that point, it's fine. It's when it's doing that something goes wrong with the shape. I think the text is constantly in the right place, so it's definitely to do with the shape here. I think what happens is it goes wrong here. So what if I maybe did horizontal center here? No. Wait. That certainly went wrong. I do want to do something like this with regards to inertia, but I don't actually necessarily want to do it here. Yeah, so I want to be on the path here. Oh, you know what it is? These are not actually lined up. Oh, maybe they are. Hmm. If I change the position here, no, it's the Y position, isn't it? If I put it like here, that's better than nothing. I think like it is kind of annoying though. So here we can see the Y position is at 559. So I wonder if we look at the Y position of the text, if maybe that would actually be a good way to change that up. So we do the text position, which is in transform, right? Uh, the scaling happens here. I don't know. I think it's close to perfect. But yeah. Anyway, there's a little bit of a convoluted one, this, but yeah, we're getting there. So thanks for watching.